Hello, everyone. Welcome to Beyond Meditation. We will be shortly inviting people from different parts of the world to join us. This particular series is all about attuning our vibe to what is innate to us being human. The innate vibe of being human is love. Love is an amplification vibe. And when we understand that love is not outside of us, it's not inside of us, love is who we are. That is the innate vibe of being love. We're able to just be this pure vessel of amplification of love. Now, when that occurs, it provides the perfect vessel for the full expression of our soul being. So when our soul being recognizes that deep-seated inner conflict where the soul feels confined from the limitations of the human form literally releases. And what also occurs is a harmonization between the soul and the human form. And they come together as partners in the full expression of the soul presence being amplified through the human form. They become co-creators. And in this vibe of harmonic co-creation, we are able to presence the energy of the creator within us. And literally all lack disappears. Lots and lots of stuff that we may feel conflicted about internally disappears. And it becomes a journey of returning home. So many people who have been participating in this from around the world now have shared a deep state of rest that they go into, either during the session or soon after. And that is perfectly natural and normal for this to occur. Gaurav and I uncovered this at a particular discussion that we shared with people just over a year ago. And we started doing this and noticed how deep a state of rest we go into. We've uncovered what are the layers of this as we have been sharing this body of work with the world. We did a series of sessions understanding what the soul presence is, what the soul being is, through a body of work that came through called the autobiography of the soul. And then we went through understanding the human form itself. And over the last several sessions, our focus has been on up-leveling this human form, where I've been guided to go organ by organ and allow a very powerful up-leveling to take place. And that up-leveling is getting the organ to return to remembrance of the originating intent of that organ. Right now, our focus is on the lungs. We have done 2 sessions already. We will be doing the 3rd one today. More about that when everyone joins in. But welcome, everyone. So yes, please open the door and allow people to join in. Hello, David and Helene. Great to have the Manhattan energy here. Hello, Cheryl. Hi, Sushan. Hello, Asha ji. We have Cyprus, London, Thailand, possibly South Africa today also, Colorado, Los Angeles, San Francisco. Hello, Sean. Thank you. I don't know, it just so underplays what you have created. The sound of this work, right? We will share at the right time with everyone. Hi, Linda. Hello, Jill. Hello, Mary. Great to have the Irish magic here. Hi, Karen and Henry. Hello, Mina on Ash's phone. Hi, Vince. Hi, Suzanne. Okay, we have more people coming in. Hi, Kathleen. You still in Pennsylvania? Great. What is occurring also right now is, you see, just like different organs that we've seen have got their own originating intent, different parts of the world have got their originating intent, and that gives them their innate vibration. So Pennsylvania has got a very particular one, and it is really about sharing of wisdom. You know, so any wisdom that gets seeded and shared out of Pennsylvania actually is in the attunement of the human vibe originally. Lots of stuff occurred, of course, to make it harder to assimilate. But as we rise to the human vibe, attunement, we are automatically tuning into parts of the world that are matching that frequency. So that is uplifting those parts of the world. You know, just like when we began this series, we began with the soul being acknowledging itself as a human, the soul being receiving itself as a human, and the soul being accepting itself as a human. And just by having the soul being acknowledge, receive, and accept itself as a human, the human form rose. You know, so we did not need to go through any major processes to reprogram our mindset around it. You know, in us being acknowledged by something that is of such a high vibrational frequency, it allowed us as a human form to rise, and we automatically started shedding the layers. So similarly, as we are rising, and as each one of us is based in different parts of the world, each one of us originates from a different part of the world. And at a DNA level, you know, we have, there's a very different part of the world that we possibly have our DNA mix from. All of those parts that we are related to, connected with, directly or indirectly, start to rise as we rise. And what are we rising towards, you know? In a human form, we are rising towards the innate vibe of being human. And when anything is in its innate vibe, it is in the vibe that was intended by the Creator when it was created. So that is the highest frequency you can have. And what also occurs is when you are in your innate vibe of being human, so much of what you believe you require from the outside to feel fulfilled becomes a nice to have. So that purity that comes in, it enables us to be comfortable in our own truth. It enables us to receive ourselves in our own truth. And that is the way in which our vibe starts to connect. And it becomes like a radar that goes out there from within us, seeking to connect to the vibrations that we have ever touched. And that vibration could be a person, or a project, or people, or a place, or an environment, or a vista. The interesting thing that I'm discovering with this body of work is a deeper and deeper understanding that everything is a vibration. So even if you have seen a scene on your computer or on the television that touched you in some way, there was a vibrational connect that took place. The fact that you weren't there physically, it doesn't matter. The vibration is anchored in your presence. Now, the body of work that we are engaged in right now, where we are working on up-leveling the human form, and we are going organ by organ, system by system, we complete that leveling by anchoring it and stationing it in that harmonization and coming together of the soul and the human form through the human vibe attunement. And what that enables us is to get closer and closer to that pure vibe of ourselves, of who we are in our wholeness. So as the organs are up-leveled, there is a little bit of recalibration and a readjustment that is called for. And that readjustment and recalibration can sometimes feel physiologically painful or physiologically discomforting. But whatever discomfort it may be, even if you have a fever, it'll be like a flash in the pan fever, where it happens and it goes away. Or if you have, if you feel breathless or anything at all, diarrhea, unsettled tummy, or the subtle movement of the lymphatic system, which can feel like a lot of toxins running rampant in your body. But all of that is occurring only to be released out of your field. And this time your field is being recalibrated to the human vibe attunement. And remember, with the vibration, it's the game of the law of vibration basically is that only where there is a vibrational match can it exist in your reality. So as you are up-leveling yourself, you're shifting your own vibrations. And that which no longer matches it initially will release and get out of your space. And then you recalibrate and return to that up-level vibration. And from that point on, you start getting attraction of those behaviors, those experiences that actually match that up-level vibration. And in what we are doing here with the human vibe attunement, where we are bringing together the human form with the soul being, we are literally up-leveling ourselves to the attunement of who we truly are. We bring into us an understanding of the indestructible nature of the soul. We bring into us the infinite creativity that is accessible and available to the soul being. We bring into us the eternalness, the limitlessness of the soul presence. And we also bring into us what it feels like being in our truth by allowing the human form to return to its innate vibration of love. This practice also opens us up to receive other living beings and living things that exist on this planet and are true to their own innate vibrational frequency. So for example, trees. Trees, their innate vibrational frequency is okayness. So as we rise to the vibrational frequency of love, we automatically receive the okayness from trees. They always make it available. I mean, here's the thing. Trees, I've known about their vibrational frequency of okayness, and I would often go out and be with trees, inviting them to envelop me in their okayness. So anyone can do that. These forest showers, as they call it, is that the shower of okayness. Now you can imagine, combine that with your own vibe as human of being love. Okayness is amplified. This body of work, I was told it would be time when it is to be shared more publicly, and then it was time and I started sharing it only really within our inner community. It's not gone very wide yet. And in sharing it like this, it was a preparation for the final releases of that which the corona phenomenon or the COVID phenomenon came here to achieve. And so that was one part. And the second part really was to start up-leveling and amplifying the spread of the vibe of okayness and amplifying the vibrational frequency of being human, which is love. So the combination of the two, brings about an amplification of okayness. Combination of the human vibe with the soul presence brings us that awareness of limitlessness, and lack starts to disappear. So today we continue the work with the lungs. I'm told today will be the final session on the lungs, and we will see. It's going to take about 36 hours for it to be fully settled, and I will know by about 30 hours or so if our work on the lungs is complete. You heard me say lung as an organ is the one that gets compromised when we don't express our true calling. Lung gets compromised. So much of that compromise and adjustment, so many of us engaged in the previous era before the COVID phenomenon. The COVID phenomenon has certainly made it possible for large numbers of humans to start remembering and recollecting what really matters to them, what they truly value. And some of us have plugged into our true calling, and others are well on their way. So, there is a critical mass of humans that have gotten to a point of no return in terms of connecting to their true calling. And that's excellent news. Now, as we do this final session on the lungs, what I'm seeing is there's a very clear and a direct connection between the lungs and the heart. Grief that is not expressed, that we aren't even aware of, compromises the heart muscle. Heart and the lungs are very connected. So when the lungs go into a space where they are compromised because you're not living your true calling, the grief gets accentuated. So many times, many healers talk about the lungs as being impacted by grief. They are impacted by grief, yes, but they're not the holder of grief. They're impacted by grief, and in the way they choose to be compromised, they hold grief in place, and it has a direct impact on our heart. So in the work that we are doing today, we're doing what needs to be done to release that grief. And that gets released from the lungs' point of view by the lungs returning to their originating intent, which allows them to be open, gets that integrity back in their structure. And the lung sac releases stuff that might have got it to become compromised due to either lack of usage or due to pollutants, due to all sorts of other stuff. So it literally starts to relax and release. I've done organ cleansing, and the lung cleanse is one of the most intense cleanses. And in my world, my deal with the divine has always been everything occurs with ease, joy, and grace. So we will enable that to occur with ease, joy, and grace. So we're going to begin the work now. And as always, just get yourself comfortable. Get yourself comfortable. It would be great for this one if you're able to sit up, ideally on a chair or a stool. And if you can't do that, that is fine. And if you're seated on a chair or a stool, imagine the base of your spine is connected to the core of the earth. And the middle of your feet are connected to the core of the earth. Drop your hands on either side of you. Have your palms facing forward, fingers slightly apart. Imagine the tips of your fingers are connected to the core of the earth. Just wiggle your thumb a little bit. I'm just picking up some tension there for some of you. That's fine, just relax. Imagine that thumb is also connected to the core of the earth. And all these connections with the core of the earth are occurring with the golden cord. The cord has got the energy of precious metal gold. It also has the energy, this is interesting, the blue sapphire that we held in the palm of our left hand has actually joined the golden cord. It's a very strong energy stone that is connected to this cord that is releasing from you anything and everything that no longer serves. We also have the presence of tourmaline. You can relax your hands now, put them on your thighs, your palms facing upwards. On the left palm of your hand is a very beautiful container made out of silver. And inside that silver are written a series of words and mantras, which are a blessing from Lord Ganesha, the elephant god. And on the palm of your right hand is the presence of a starfish type creature. And it's actually blue. I have seen a blue starfish, so I can completely visualize what that looks like. It has some streaks of crimson red in it. And while you're seated there, I want you to just sit here and breathe in and breathe out. You're going to breathe in to your navel, your sacral chakra. And you're going to breathe in love, kindness, and compassion into your navel. And as you breathe out, imagine the breath actually coming out of your navel. So you're breathing in love, kindness, and compassion into your sacral chakra. And you're breathing out gratitude and peace. And the breath is being released out of your navel. And while you are seated here, each one of us is being placed in a series of 3 concentric circles. And the placement of us is occurring in such a way that facilitates the creation of 3 sets of webs of connection. And it's like an interlacing of webs of connection. So every breath you take is a breath that is going in and releasing, decluttering, purifying the identity of every human that you are connecting with. So breathe in love, kindness, and compassion. Breathe out gratitude and peace. Now what we're doing is automatically we have activated a release of all energies that do not belong to you, all energies that have zapped you of vibrant vitality, all energies and anxieties and anguish that has come in the way of your lungs being able to operate in their full capacities. All of that is being released. The blue sapphire, really, it plays a twofold role. It releases entities, energies, programming, and it captures and brings in from the cosmos that wisdom that is uniquely yours, that is here to serve you. So a very strong release and infusion action takes place. Release of that which no longer serves. So some of you may actually experience like a sharp pain being released from your body. It's like it's being pulled out of your body. Some of you may feel like coughing, but that's because there's that stickiness that has compromised the lungs is literally being released as well. You're in a container where it's all occurring with love and harmony. And what we are releasing, whatever we are releasing only that which keeps deep-seated conflicts in place. Feeling conflicted about a memory that of the past that no longer applies, but you don't want to let go of it. Just in case you forget what that was like and find yourself in that position again. The work that we are doing today actually brings that trust frequency, invokes that within you. So trust in you to release that which no longer serves you. Feel that release occurring. It's as if there's a very strong centrifugal force, which is so strong that it keeps you very still, that is being applied, and you're like literally in the center of that centrifugal energy that is rotating around you. And it's taking out, precipitating that which no longer belongs. You can now you can shift your breath. You now breathe into your lungs. Take a deep breath into your lungs. Fill your lungs with love, kindness, and compassion. And as you're breathing out, breathe out gratitude and peace. Breathe in love, kindness, and compassion. Breathe out gratitude and peace. Any tickle in the throat, allow yourself to cough. It's just the lung opening up. If you feel that you spit something out, you'll often find that it comes out as like white frothy mucus when it doesn't feel like mucus. That's just the lung release. Good news is the lung sacs are actually relatively strong in our entire circle here. And we are bringing that integrity back into the lung sacs. Take your left hand and just put it over here on this upper part of your chest. And take your right hand and just place it where your solar plexus is. It's a very beautiful internal hug that you are giving yourself. And as we do the human vibe attunement, imagine as if your lungs are being washed. They're being washed with a very unique elixir. And it's an elixir that connects your lungs to the vibe of love and the love of you, the love that you are. Okay, we'll begin with the 946 attunement alignment breath. This breath aligns your mind brain, which is in past and future and about survival, with your heart brain, which operates in the now and is only about thriving, and your gut brain, which is the custodian and the steward of all the wisdom of your soul being. Not only does it align these three, it also opens up and releases and clears out 13 chakras that are now available to each one of us. It actually unblocks the new chakras and clears out the ones that we have been working with, the 7 of them.
Mynoo, you're muted.
Breathe in 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Hold 2, 3, 4. Breathe out 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You're ready to now repeat after me the human vibe attunement chant. This is being expressed by a human form, which is totally standing tall in its power, expressing the fullness, the indestructibleness, the limitlessness of the soul presence that is choosing to express itself through this human form. Notice the tone of your own voice. Notice the strength that has now recalibrated in your vocal cords. Notice the depth of your breath. Repeat after me. I acknowledge myself as a human. I receive myself as a human. I accept myself as a human. I acknowledge myself as a human. I receive myself as a human. I accept myself as a human. I acknowledge myself as a human. I receive myself as a human. I accept myself as a human. I acknowledge myself as a human. I receive myself as a human. I accept myself as a human. I acknowledge myself as a human. I receive myself as a human. I accept myself as a human. I acknowledge myself as a human. I receive myself as a human. I accept myself as a human. Acknowledge myself as a human. I receive myself as a human. I accept myself as a human. Breathe in 9, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Hold 2, 3, 4. Breathe out 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Breathe in 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Hold 2, 3, 4. Breathe out 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Breathe in 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Hold 2, 3, 4. Breathe out 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Take your hands in front of your heart, rub them against each other. Flip them over your eyes, open your eyes in them. Take them on top of your head, the back of your head, down on either side of your neck, and do an energy sweep. The human vibe attunement is now complete. And you know, we always love to end with you sharing one word or one sentence that you are present to. And those vibes of those words also get anchored. So please go ahead and share that. Thank you so much. Allow yourself the next 36 hours for this completion of the work on the lungs to anchor fully. Swiftness of the spirit moving, yes. I am love. Love is divine, lots of love. Incredible lightness of being, strength. Swiftness, light, balance, resetting, love, thank you. I am light and love, yes, radiance, blessed, peace, namaste, indeed, to yourself, you know, honoring the divinity in you that you honor in others. Gratitude, fullness, expansiveness, serene, clarified and purified. Clarified, okay, yes. Thanks for the eternal embrace, peace, serenity, joy, peace, and gratitude, magnificence, peace. Thanks to the entire group of beautiful energies indeed. Thank you, Mynoo, and everyone. Gratitude, relief, peaceful. Jai Ganesha. Yes, miracles. Love is all around and all I need. Embrace. Beautiful. Lungs getting purified. Aha. Another one, thanks Ganesh. Connection to source, peace and stillness. I've created a WhatsApp group of Beyond Meditation. So if I don't have your number that is on WhatsApp, just put it in the chat and we will capture that so that we can have you on there. I know that some of you I don't have on there. It's very straightforward to get WhatsApp on your phone, and it allows us to communicate like a text message system, and it's completely free of charge. Joyful, indeed. So yes, do share, those of you who are on the WhatsApp group, do share what, if you are having any particular experiences in the context of the lungs, so I can respond to those. Right, thank you for your numbers. Thank you. Love you all. Thank you so much. And I declare this session complete. Thank you.